Just the absurdity of all this. You have stores being emptied. You have lunatics yelling at each other. Keep your distance on the streets. You know, people staying at home. Curfews. When actually taking the time to look into this, it's just an escalated flu. That's all this is. Even if you go by the numbers, there's way more people who have gotten it than have died. Even if you look at China, and it started there back in December. Does that not tell you more about what's going on? You know? And tests only get you so far. There's millions who would have it by now. Especially with how densely compact cities are. People are dying. There's no way about that. If you're in bad health, elderly, yeah, you should do what you can to stay safe. But it's not at all what it's made out to be. The media and the government, instead of helping calm this situation, they basically want to egg it on. With the kind of logic being used, you could turn America into a police state. Can't leave your homes. But what does that solve? And you want to talk about freedom? It just speaks to how bad the state of things are. The average person will be submissive and go along with whatever the government or media tells them. No protesters, no questions asked. If you know enough about the medical establishment, they're more concerned about profit than they are actually helping anybody. You can have a vaccine pushed off. It mentally messes people up, and you would not hear about it till years later. How many people go years without the regular flu shot? If you really think about it, in a scenario somebody wanted to start a war for oil or push an agenda of some sort, this is exactly what would happen. Nobody would care. They would just judge whatever they're told on face value. Even after this, in the long run, what's not being said, is all, the startup businesses, independent shops will be going out of business, because they had their income cut off. Put everything into what they had with no savings. Landlords are not going to care about you. If things were not bad enough, with the job market, everybody barely making it as it is, this is exactly what we did not need. If you want to face up to it or not, a big recession is coming. That if you were in the stocks, you would have already known this has been building for some time. This is just enough to push it over the edge. But when you have people, in charge, making rash decisions and dealing with this kind of stuff last minute, this is exactly what happens. And then what's going to happen? It's just going to be a finger waving contest. It's the Republicans' fault. It's the Democrats' fault. However you pitch America, this just blatantly reinforces more than anything. We're a nation of tabloid flag wavers, and why we'll continue not to be a progressive, forward-thinking country. One step forward, two steps back. You can't fight stupidity, so why try? It's just, this whole thing it's just like Y2K. That whole thing was because the media putting a spin on something that somebody good enough with computers at the time could have figured out easily. Fear mongering, blowing out of proportion, where you had people saying it's doomsday, get your bunkers, get your supplies. You can't live your life in a fearful state. That's all the news is good for. Just enjoy your day, tune it all out. And don't let these idiots try to run your life and tell you otherwise.